Hello everybody, it's Spencer here. It's been a long goddamn time since I've recorded anything for this channel, and I honestly was thinking about giving up on it, and I probably actually did in that span of time, but a lot of things have happened. I've got my sketchbook here, and I'm going to be drawing while I explain half the things that have happened in the span of time that I wasn't recording or just wasn't posting, because I tried a lot of times to get back into the rhythm of recording, but it never really happened. It kind of all just fell apart every time I tried, which was annoying, honestly. But first things first, I moved to Florida. A lot of you already know this because, well, the only people that watch this channel are my friends up in New York, and they know exactly what happened and probably why it happened, if there even is a why. But that's always a fun thing to bring back. Was it? Yeah, I'm in Florida. It sucks. It doesn't really suck. There's a lot of good things that I have going for me here, especially the multiple beauty colleges and schools that are down here, which is great because, as you know, I'm into cosmetology, so I'm gonna be doing that, hopefully. But another thing is that I had to change my name. And again, you guys know this because you're up in New York, so you know pretty much what happened from the span of time of when I was Andrew and when I was Spencer, which I now is. Yeah, funny. But moved to Florida. My name changed. I have my own room with my lovely paintings on the wall. I have a new setup also for which I'm recording on, which is my bed. That is like 20 feet in the air, because reasons. Also, another thing that happened is I got into a relationship. And it was a really good one for a long time, but I made some mistakes and then it ended, and it ended quite suddenly, so I'm still a little hurt about it, but you know what? Life is life, and I should follow my own advice. And the same thing that I say every single day to my friends, that whenever they have their drama with their partners, I'm always like, don't date in high school, because I've known I shouldn't, and I've known that others shouldn't, but it kind of just happens half the time, and it really shouldn't, because we have feelings, we have our own ways of processing things, and because we're teenagers, we don't get taken as seriously as we should. I know, blah blah blah. But then our feelings get hurt, and everyone's always like, oh, it's okay, you'll find someone else, but in that moment, it doesn't feel like you will. It feels like you're honestly never gonna find anyone else, but you will. It's high school, you'll get over it, you'll find someone new, but it's always fun just to think about that kind of thing. Also, oh, Nani, why you gotta do that? My dog just knocked over my camera. Stop. Dog. Jeez, I'm crow. There we go. Also, another thing is that I'm going to be starting recording. I'm probably going to have a few of my friends come in on the recording. I'm actually planning on, if I'm allowed, to make a video about GSA, which is pretty important in my life right now. It's the Gay Straight Alliance, which is hilarious in the name, but every day at lunch period me and my friends go there and we just chill out, and we're able to be in a safe space and talk about our feelings without getting judged, which is really important these days, especially as you find it harder to get that kind of thing, especially with the culture shock I have received coming down here. It's quite a bit different. They're more open about that kind of thing, but there's also the people that are way more sheltered. Like, up in New York, you were gay, it was like, okay, just don't talk to me and I won't talk to you, I won't bug you or anything. But down here it's like, oh, you're gay. Cool, we're gonna spread a million rumors about you until it reaches everyone. And then there's also the side of things where, like, everyone is gay. It's kind of hilarious, and I'm really glad that I was able to find a community that I could fit into, especially with it being a lot harder to up in New York. Another thing that has kind of come to my attention is that it's a lot harder to just hide things. Like, in this school, we have a lot more students than we did up in New York, like 100 times more. And now that I find that one small rumor spreads like wildfire, but it spreads the same amount as if there were only 300 students. And it's ridiculous to see that kind of thing happen, especially since I'm so used to the very small community that we had up in New York. I say community, but it was more likely like a small village. Like, there weren't many people there. Like, one of the biggest things up in that school, is in the two schools connected, and then there was like so many more students. Like, oh my gosh. And then you get up here and there's like the size of a small army. Speaking of, we do have army classes. It's not army classes, it's ROTC, which I don't know what that is. But there's a lot of people walking around in uniforms, and like, my mind is not the best when it comes to safe and kid-friendly practices. But it's interesting, especially since my one friend suddenly wore her uniform today after never wearing it before, and I saw her and I was like, damn, that was fun. That was the greatest thing. Oh wow, I'm blabbing. I've been talking for 8 minutes about nothing in particular at all. Trying to think about things. Florida, pretty great. We're in our new house now, which is awesome. I'm no longer living with my grandparents. I am, however, still sharing a room with my brother. It's fun. So much fun. We got the kitchen done, which is great because it looks beautiful, but everything is still everywhere and I can't find anything anymore. So that's always fun. Another thing I can talk about is my posting schedule, is I'm gonna hope to at least get out one video a week. I know that sounds like a little bit, but getting these out is a lot harder than I assumed. This is the first video of a long line of recordings that I have to do today. So hopefully I can stockpile enough videos so that I can procrastinate enough to where I don't have to do it. But basically what this video is it's just basically a bunch of updates. I said basically twice. It's just a bunch of updates and a little bit of me drawing. That's my dog. Nani! Stop. You're shaking the camera. Stop. Stop it. Oh no, here she comes. But it's basically just going to be a bunch of updates and such. Well, me drawing, and I'll... Nani, stop. And I hope I'll be able to kind of... That was my dog. Sorry, she's gone now. So basically what this video is going to be is I'm going to pick a simple drawing so I can focus more on talking, so I'm not like blabbing completely all out of my mouth and not finishing anything, because I've started doing commissions, which are incredibly fun. I've been doing basically my friends' D&D characters, so that's great. So if I can basically just distract myself from the amount that I actually have to do, and I can just do these simple little drawings so I can get them done during the videos instead of on my free time where I can work on the actual commissions. So I'm going to be doing these probably once every 2 or 3 weeks, and I'm going to fill other videos in between so that you don't get incredibly bored of me doing this. But we're past our limit actually that I planned this length video to be. But, you know, things go on a little bit longer, especially when I'm rambling, which I'm doing right now. But I will show you now that the finished sketch, I was working on this one a little bit before the video, so it looks a lot better than it would be in the 10-minute span, 12, 13-minute span of the things I've been doing. But, hooray! It doesn't look the best, unfortunately, because it's just a fun time thing, but it's a Lucio frog, because Overwatch is my life currently. But now with that out the way, I can say goodbye, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!